Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I'm DisturbingPuppet. We're going to continue playing around with some different units against the AI, seeing how we do. Although it is very tempting to try out survival mode. I think that would be kind of fun, although it might make for a longer video. So we're going to go ahead and do what's called practice, basically playing against the AI. We'll see what we end up getting. We'll go Forest Die, that's fine. We're going Insane Difficulty. We'll see what our options are here to start with. I think there's still one character type that I have not been able to win with, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that drops in a Rhino at round 3, and then you start with really low HP, so it's kind of a not great benefit, and you have a really massive reduction in HP as well. So I feel like that it really doesn't balance out very well. I've tried that character a couple times and just have never been able to win with him. If I'd been able to sort of weather the storm early on with enough HP, I might have been able to do it, but yeah. All right, looks like we don't have that choice. We've got Speed Specialist, we've got Giant Specialist Elite, which is always kind of fun. Quick Supply. I do like the Arclight Phoenix combo. That's nice. Not a lot of HP to start with. We've got a bunch of extra supplies to start with. Speed could be good as well. Let's go. Yeah, we'll do a quick supply, I think, although it's a bit risky with the lower HP. And we'll see what the enemy's got here. Alright, so what are you starting with over here? Yep, so the AI often likes to either go with swarms and swarms of crawlers, or goes tanks and marksmen, which sort of is a good combo, I agree. Unfortunately, the marksmen to start with are much stronger than kind of my long-range units, which would be the Phoenixes. So that does make things a bit harder. We're more geared up to fight something else. So what are our options? We've got some extra points. We could get our own marksman in response. Probably wouldn't work that well. We could go for more swarming units. We could grab a couple units of fangs. We could grab a couple units of Mustangs, although his tanks are going to cause some trouble. I think we'll deploy my fighters back a bit so we can try to take out stuff after they've advanced up a bit, which means the Arclights are just going to die, so we kind of need something to swarm. My own marksman, I don't think that works. With 400 points, couldn't get 2 units of sledgehammers, although that is tempting. We could honestly get a Rhino and something else. Something to kind of absorb some of those hits. But with the number of marksmen out there, that's a bit of a problem. The wasps are okay. Okay, let's go with... I have to take a swarming unit, basically. So the most generally useful, I think, is actually the Fang. The Mustangs are also pretty good. You know, just because I haven't used them in a while, I'm going to take the Mustangs. Give me Mustangs. Take another Arclight, because that's all I can do as far as units go. We're not putting any points into increasing our health or attack yet. We'll kind of hold off. So what we want to do, if possible anyway, we put the Mustangs forward to draw some attention. Back them up with a couple Arclights. A little bit off. Give you further back some flyers. Over here, we're going to put Arclights, flyer further back. Kind of spread them out a little bit, because this is not just for now, but also for future use. We want to have them being fairly good as far as their positioning goes. I think that's okay. We're probably going to lose this fight. Most likely. He's got a lot of swarming crawlers, so we did go for the crawlers. My Arclights aren't totally useless, but they are going to get picked off here by the marksman. Getting slaughtered there. On the left, we're actually winning, surprisingly enough. But in the long run, we're going to lose this, even if I take out the tower real quick. he's going to take out my tower here in a second with his crawlers. If I'm lucky, I'll take out the 2 marksmen. I mean, actually, really, I'd be lucky to take out 1. Especially now with that. Yeah, now we're doomed. So 1 shot from the marksman will take me down. But overall, not bad. We did an okay job. Could have been better. Could have been a whole lot worse, honestly. Decreased teleportation time for strike units deployed enemy's rear by 50%. That's pretty good. And I have an idea of something I could do with that. Decreased upgrade cost of crawlers. We could go crawlers. Let's go strike specialist, because I have an idea of something I can do with that. So we're going to take... Yeah, take a unit of phoenixes. And we're going to deploy you on the flank to maybe try to snipe their tower and do some damage in the back is kind of the idea. Then what do we do? We'll take another Mustang unit just to sort of absorb attacks, do damage, try to survive, and tank a little bit for me here. Just going to extend out to try to protect the arc lights to maybe do damage to the crawlers. That's about all I can do, so let's go. Looks like nothing on my flank. My rear attack guys are going to come in at a good time to take out the tower. Things are not going super well over here. What did you add? He's got a bunch of fangs down there. Swooping in on the left. Arc lights are holding on fairly well. Flyers are now going down. Let's see if we can pick off the marksmen before they get us. Oh, I think we've got this one in the bag. As long as we don't waste all our shots on the crawlers with my flyers. Yeah, hitting them in the back with the tower there definitely helped quite a bit. So now we're looking at things a bit more even. Increase fortress range, but HP decrease. Not really a fan of that. This is free. We could maybe do that. Yeah, if we put that on something big, we can kind of mess with things. We do have some upgrades. Do indeed have upgrades. If I want to add another unit here, 650 is enough. We could grab a fortress, could grab a melting point, could grab an overlord. I think the overlord is actually a pretty decent choice, honestly. We could go for more swarming or anti-swarming units. We could also do some upgrades. What I would like is a bit more ground distraction, honestly. Or something that can deal with swarmers. So yeah, the fortress is tempting, the overlord's tempting, but I think we might want to hold off a turn. We could also throw some more stuff in the rear flank on the other side, just to cause some trouble. So we could maybe try to deal with a rhino, but really they're only best doing that once you've upgraded them. That's an option, I guess. We could throw flyers back there like we did, but he's got a bunch of fangs back here now, sort of defending. So it's not quite an ideal attack vector. It's a much better over on this left side. So the Vulcan's tempting, the Fortress is tempting, the Melting Point's tempting, the Overlord is of course tempting. I think just because we can get shields and stuff, let's go Fortress. Give me a Fortress. We will put the deployment module on the Fortress so I can move him around. We still need to get some health upgrades and stuff when we got some points. How much is it for arc lights? Yeah, we can upgrade you. And I'm going to reinforce this side with the fortress, but we can move the fortress around depending on how things are going. And we'll just kind of see how that goes. Okay, nothing on that flank. Nothing on that flank. Fortress is definitely giving us help. He's got a bunch more fangs now. Arclights are mostly dealing with the swarming crawlers. How are we doing over here? Oh, we got absolutely wrecked over on the left side, so he must have dumped some extra reinforcements. We've got tanks, we've got fangs, we've got a couple marksmen. I'll have this tower down in a second. It's going slow because we just got the tower taken out. So now with your tower down, you're weak as we approach. He does have a lot of little fangs down there still. Look at them all marching forward. That marksman might end up being what kills me here. Well, I mean, my fortress is actually taken a pounding like a champ, so maybe we'll be okay. Alright, fangs are gone, so yeah, we're good. Marksman's just not doing enough damage. There we go. It's like suddenly jump ahead. Smack! Okay. Speed. Decrease recruitment cost of non-giant units by 50. That's interesting. 200 though? I don't think that's great. Let's go speed. Alright, let's take a look back over here. So yeah, he deployed a bunch of stuff to kind of deal with my flyer being back there, but it does cause him to be sort of out of position a little bit. So what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and get our health and attack bonuses here. I'm definitely going to leave him there for now. This is a cheap upgrade. So, you guys, what kind of upgrades can we get? Specializing against aerial attacks, explosive ammo, some range, increased attack by 50%. Yeah, we might hold off on anything there. For you, the force field's 300. Doesn't leave me a lot to do anything else. Maybe next time we'll do that, because we had some other upgrades that I did. Right, so let's go with more Mustangs. Who I'm going to kind of reinforce this side a little bit with. And we could even grab just another squad of Mustangs, which isn't the worst idea. Or we could add more flyers over here. I'm going to go flyers. It is tempting to throw something back here to snipe this other tower, now that he's got that one dealt with. But I think we'll just set up like that and see how it goes. Okay, nothing in that flank. We've got a bunch committed on this flank. Crawlers are going to leak acid, it looks like, when they die, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Doing a bit better over here, but still getting wrecked. Yeah, we're wasting all our shots on the swarmy guys while the snipers kill us off. And we got slaughtered this time. So even with the health bonuses and attack bonuses and stuff, we just got wrecked. Okay. Decrease recruitment cost of giant units by 50. Tempting. Increased range. I'm going to take the range, because we're going to get something big here, I think. You're going to upgrade to, I believe... I'm going to go with... Because a lot of things here can't attack aerial targets, I'm going to go with an Overlord. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And we're going to give you the extra range, just because why not? Deploy you out over here to mess with these idiots. Deploy you back a little bit. I'm still going to keep him there. Do have more upgrades we could do. Don't have a lot of cheap stuff I can throw out there. Still very tempting to throw some fighters back here. If I went all the way back in the corner, then we might be okay. I don't know if these guys would turn to head that way or if they would close in on the closer targets first. It could work out. For now, we're going to keep the fortress there because he is upgraded, so he should be a bit tougher. It might help us out a bit. Then let's go with another Phoenix. And I'm actually going to deploy you out here to help probably with the tanks primarily. Okay, so that's all the same, nothing on that flank. So he's got an Inferno Vulcan guy there, which is definitely in trouble. Get all these swarming guys spreading acid everywhere on the ground. And that's a big problem. It's just eating away the health. I think more flyer overlords probably if we upgrade for the cannon. But we're going to get wrecked here by these fangs, unfortunately. Yeah, and the marksman. That did not go super well. Alright, what do we got? Orbital bombardment is tempting. Amplifying core is really good. So let's grab another Overlord. We're going to put the amplifying core in that. Fortunately, with these crawlers coming in, they're just eating me alive. 300 for artillery. I'm going to do that. Going to deploy you there as well. We're just getting eaten alive by the toxic crap being spewed out by the crawlers as they die everywhere over here. So, yeah, we're just going to move you over here. Enjoy. Yes, so after that... we could do some upgrades. We could add some other stuff. We could add another fortress maybe further over where the swarmers aren't going to really quite get to it, but I think anything on the ground here is going to die because of all these crawlers leaking that toxic sludge stuff everywhere. So that's just generally a problem. We could deploy arc lights further back. We could add another flyer. That's actually not a bad option, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to go nuts with the overlords here for a bit. Put you like right in there, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, nothing more on that flank, nothing on that flank. He's going really hardcore on ground here. See if the fortress can kind of get things to stabilize on this flank. Oh yeah, definitely helping, because these guys can't hit my flyers, so the flyers are going to wreck them. It's just the marksman that's a bit of a problem. Okay, yeah, the marksman took me down. Over here... Yep, air power for the win. So we are slowed and weakened at the moment. The Marksmen are going to be trouble. Let's see if we can take out this tower really quick. Hopefully. That's too bad. Sniping at us. Okay, that might give me enough time to get in with the Overlord. As long as we target these guys first, I might be okay. Alright, we're not targeting him anymore. And the tower went down. So yeah, we're screwed. It's very close though. Just one guy survived that. Okay. Let's see. Orbital bombardment is somewhat tempting. The photon emission might help us out a bit. Go with that. Upgrades, yeah. We've got flyers with upgrades. That's probably what we want to do. Let's get you up. So this worked pretty well. We just need a little bit more firepower over here. And the air power worked fairly decently as well. We've got upgrade up front, I think. Yeah, it's only 100. We're only 50, so why not? Okay, now we're at the point where it's some hard decisions. I think any fortress over here is kind of wrecked. We want to just go all in on flyers on this side, I think. I think adding another fortress over here is honestly a pretty good idea. We could also go with one of the big flyers over here. You know, I feel like we're doing quite well with the overlords. Let's throw an overlord on this flank as well. Then. Yeah, let's just do some upgrades. So everybody's upgraded. Tempting to pick up some stuff like the shields over here would actually be pretty useful. Let's grab the barrier. Then I'm going to do my photon emission. There-ish. Okay. Oh, he's got... Oh, we took that out really quick. Yeah, so he brought in a war factory. Photon emission should help us get through this okay. There's a lot of swarming stuff on the ground here. War factory's down, shields down. We're doing a lot better with the flyer over here. My tower just got nuked though. Yeah, it's those damn marksmen. There's too many swarmers to hit, so the marksmen are just picking me off. I'm gonna lose my other tower here too. Don't shoot at the tower, shoot at the guy shooting you. Oh, he's just gonna waste his attacks on these little guys. That's disappointing. Well, I'm not sure I'm gonna survive here much longer if I can't win another round. Yeah, it's basically do or die at this point. And that was with the photon emission help as well. Increase attack of all units by 30%. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Not ideal how things are going, that's for sure. We do have an upgrade here. That will help. You could get photon emissions all over the place. It's really pricey, but that might do something. Yeah, that is awfully expensive. I'm gonna do it. I've never actually taken it before, so we'll see how that goes. Which kind of means we want another Overlord. And there's so many swarming units here, I feel like this is the flank to put the Overlords on, although we almost had these guys under control. One more would definitely help. Put you right in the mix because we've got that photon. So they're all going to kind of support each other. Okay. I don't think there's any other upgrades or anything I can do with 250. Well, we could do splash damage, but decreased attack. No, that's not good. You guys could get shields. That's honestly not bad. Shields on you guys might help me survive against those marksman attacks. I'm going to give that a shot. It's very risky. We've got enough points. I'm actually, because we can't die here, I'm going to go ahead and throw a sentry missile out here too. All right. Nope, he's throwing some crap down on me. All kinds of photon stuff there is not going to be enough to save me. Things are kind of a mess over here, but maybe doing better. Yeah, we're definitely doing a much better job here. Yeah, we've got him on the right, and that was with that airstrike coming in. Towers down. Yeah, it's these two marksmen in the back just causing me all kinds of trouble. So you can see that my flyers definitely having a bit more survivability with the shields. And now it's pretty much whoever wins this gets it. This is ground units only. Get a barrier. That's tempting. Increase the range of all ranged units by 12. Huh. I don't think I've seen that before. That's pretty good, although it is pricey. That lets me get more shots off a little faster. I think I'm actually going to take that. I've never seen that before. Now, the question is, do we upgrade? Do we add units? We still have Toxic Sludge here. It's just going to wipe all these guys kind of immediately. That's unfortunate. Let's upgrade. You deserve an upgrade. Okay, it's kind of a mess because of that. So my front line here is pretty screwed. Do have the barrier on you guys. We could drop another fortress maybe over there. Or do I just do a couple overlords? I feel like a couple overlords is probably the way to go. I don't think there's any point upgrading these guys because they're in the toxic sludge. They're just going to get eaten alive by it, by standing in it. Let's at least grab another overlord for this left flank. Kind of right in there. Then. So if we add a fortress, we could throw it in the middle. But I feel like because of all this crap on the ground, we're just better off going with these guys. So we'll reinforce as well. I'm actually going to put you here. We've got the increased range, so we can sort of stagger back a little bit. Okay, we've got 300 points for upgrades and stuff. The ground units are probably all screwed. Can't do anything for the big guys, really. Arc lights, we could do something. We could increase the speed of these guys. That doesn't really matter too much. There's no health improvements on the Mustangs. Arc lights. Having some extra health isn't the worst thing in the world. Having some range would also be nice. Let's go a little bit of health on these guys. It's mainly going to affect the ones over here on the left, because these guys on the right are in this toxic sludge. It's just going to devour them. But if I don't have anything else to spend the points on, I will do the upgrades on these guys. And there's really nothing else useful I can do, so we'll do that. Upgrade you. That means you might have an extra second or two of survival there in that sludge. And I've got enough for another sentry, so I will do that. And away we go. Nothing new on either flank. Okay. It does create kind of a barrier here, because this will damage his own guys. So that is kind of nice. They're absolutely wrecking it everywhere now at this point. I kind of feel like the Toxic Sludge hurts you quite a bit, because he's trying to advance through this nastiness as well. So yeah, I mean, that was fairly close. We were down to 384 points. That's pretty rough. We did start with less. Oh, I didn't even realize he had a second war factory out there. It's like slaughtered them so quickly that I didn't even notice. Like, this guy just got wrecked immediately. So yeah, the upgraded Overlords with the artillery on it, having those to kind of deal with the swarming groups. The AI seems to really, really like crawlers with that toxic sludge effect when they die. So that's, kind of irritating. The Fangs, even upgraded, can't really stand up to these guys upgraded. So that does work out, especially with the orbital artillery. We're doing a lot of good damage to ground targets. Fortress didn't do a whole lot, but, helped out quite a bit. Yeah, and he went for a lot of units that can really only hit ground targets, like the tanks, the Vulcans, the Rhinos. Is that a Rhino? Or is that a Fortress? That's a Fortress. They can only really hit ground targets, so the only thing he had to kind of take out my flyers are those Marksmen and the Fangs, which isn't a bad combo, but I think he needed more Marksmen to kind of deal with my flyers, and I just went on like way heavier on flyers and giving extra health and defenses to my flyers than he could handle. But yeah, that was the end. So a fairly quick one there. So this has been more Mechabellum. It is in early access. Things can and will change. I'm expecting at least one more unit to get added at some point. I think it's at like the current version is like 0.7 something or other. So yeah, probably at least one more unit being added, some other changes. Like I keep getting tech points, but I don't have a use for them. So I don't know, whatever. The other thing is at some point I probably will try the Horde mode and kind of go through. It looks like it's sort of set up to go through a certain number of turns of being attacked just to kind of survive. And that might be fun to play around with. So at some point we'll do that. It'll just be a bit longer of a video, most likely. All right, this has been more Mechabellum. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.